Good evening, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen. It's Wednesday evening and it's quite late. Ash and I are just about to watch Gotham, but the reason I wanted to vlog is because I actually woke up yesterday and today when my alarm went off at 7:15. Woohoo! And I plan on doing that tomorrow. I've got loads of work to do. We're also doing a photo shoot and I keep on wanting to vlog that because it's really cool. But yeah, I just want to do like a little day in the life tomorrow. But I thought I'd do now basically. Good morning. I am made up. Oh, I don't know. I look like I've got a lot of makeup on in this light. I don't know how to go light-handed. Oh, my mum's here. Hi, mum.
Oh well.
And Ash is here.
Hi.
We are. Oh, did you get an app from? No, did you get a notification from the Costa app?
No.
Order on the app to get 30% off.
Really?
So excited for a coffee. Didn't have Monster this morning, and I'm also so hungry. But I don't know if they do food.
I think it's why I had a headache yesterday, and I'm like,
why?
I didn't have any caffeine yesterday.
I bet that is why.
That's probably what it is. Only 30% more often mobile orders.
That's good, isn't it?
Thick, bruv. Thick.
I'm vlogging today because I mentioned going to Borderline a lot, but I never film when we're there. So today is the day.
Oh, nice.
Today's the day. I think we should order when we're in the car. Oh shit, man, I'll be back. We're at the shop. We've done like 12 items for the website and now we're doing some photos for a How Does Style band tease post. There's Ash the photographer. It's dark. All these amazing coats, they're all up. Everything on this side of the room is on the website, and then this is what we've got left, which is not much at all. Leah's just changing. I probably shouldn't point the camera over there. All good. Having my liquid breakfast and some toast. So I've got squash water Monster and good old toast and butter, very plain. And I'm gonna do some yoga. I've got a call today and I've got a deadline today, so I think I'm gonna be stressed all day. Shouldn't really do yoga, but then I've not been doing it, so I'm hoping it'll actually make me feel a lot better. Yes. Of days later, I hit all my deadlines, which is good, but I ended up working till quite late in the evening. But I wanted to make sure there was a workout in this video, and I'm going to do like a home shoulder workout, and like I've said before, try and get into the working out from home. We're actually basically almost finished lockdown now, and I think it's fair to say that I haven't got into working out from home, but that's fine. So shoulders today, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to probably do a voiceover again, like my one in my glute workout video, which if you haven't seen, I'll link that down below. Yeah, I am actually ready. It's just cold, so I've popped my dressing gown on. But right, let's do shoulders. So I didn't plan my workouts, but I have this long band from BND, which was actually Grace Fit UK when I bought it. It's a medium resistance, and I just decided to start with going over the head to stretch out my chest and shoulders. I'm aiming for more of a stretch and an opening. So the more you really try and pull the band apart, you're going to activate the muscles around your shoulder blades, your rear delts and your back a lot more. But I was just doing that more, keeping it as narrow as I could to try and get the stretch. Then these reverse flies is what I'm doing to really activate my rear delts, and also I'm gently pulling my shoulder blades down as well, just so I'm working on the stabilizers as well. Throughout, as you can see me tapping my toe, I am like dancing and singing and having the best time. I'm listening to a Spotify playlist called Born in the 90s, and I highly recommend. But yeah, I'm like dancing and singing. All my movements are in time with the music. I was pretty knackered, so I added a mobility exercise after most supersets, and that's in time with the music. It's really quite cringe to watch back, so I've muted it all, and yeah, it's awful. I'm using the band to do just some assisted stretches, stretch as much as I can. I haven't been super active, as you know, so everything just feels really tight. My chest and shoulders are tight anyway, and they've just kind of felt pretty awful. From there, I went back to mobilizing as much as possible, so lifting the shoulders as far up as they go, as far down as they go, moving the whole shoulder girdle as far forwards as it goes and as far back as it goes, so really using as the full range of motion that I have, going as big as possible, just to really get that control over the position of my shoulders and increase the strength and the mobility in that whole range. Then from here I'm going to drop the band, and I am going to just go for some flexion and extension. This is actually something we used to do a lot in contemporary, and probably something I wouldn't actually do at the gym, definitely a home one. But opening and closing the chest and shoulders, and I'm focusing on pushing my chest as far back as possible and as far forward as possible. I'm also really focusing on dropping my chin and lifting my chin, because around my throat and neck it gets really tight. So trying to get as big movements as possible. None of this was planned, as I said. I have no idea how many reps of anything that I did, just until it felt really good. Then into these sort of standing thoracic twists. So if you want to be really strict, you want to keep your hips as still as possible, but I wasn't particularly being strict on this at all. Then we're going to get our light band. We're going to go for shoulder presses and alternating from in front and behind the head. I did as many as I could until my shoulders really started burning and I knew that there was lots of blood in the muscle. And from here, and then I went into another stretch and a mobilizer again, but this time with a more fixed position being on my hands and knees. You then pop your hand behind your head. Oh my god, I actually look like I'm in pain, which is great. Hand behind your neck, fix your shoulders, and then you're going to open your chest. And I did 4 or 5 on each side, again pretty much in time with the music. Then my first actual set of exercises is a pike press up, or I just call it a downward dog press up. So it's mainly for your shoulders, but you'll work your triceps and your chest a little bit as well. And I went for 8 to 10 of these, but after the warm-up my shoulders were actually so tired, and my aim was 20 of these alternating shoulder presses. I managed about 16 the first time, so 8 either way. And then yeah, I was absolutely so achy. This was all in time with the music, of course. And then this kneeling thoracic opener, I decided to throw that in every single set. So my working set now is actually the shoulder press handstand, or the pike press up, into the banded alternating shoulder press, and then the quadruped thoracic twist exercise. So all of those 3 sort of as a tri-set. My next tri-set is again 2 exercises and then a mobility exercise. So I'm using one of Ash's resistance band. It's actually one that I used to borrow. It's quite heavy. I used to use it all the time if I was trying to do assisted pull-ups. So there's a lot of resistance. I think you can tell I am struggling quite a lot. So I did between 8 and 12. I think I basically did until it felt awful. And then with the lighter resistance band again, I did a seated face pull. I start with my hands facing down, so with a pronated grip, but I did change them to almost a neutral grip, so thumbs facing the ceiling, and then I'm focusing on rotating my shoulders by really pulling my thumbs back. So I'm trying to get my thumbs further back than my elbows and going really wide. I'm going really slow. It actually really hurts a lot more than you think. And again, I did between 10 and 12, just really focusing on trying to get really good form. The mobility exercise is a really simple cat-cow, but to make it more difficult, I'm trying to articulate from the base of my spine to my neck and back again. This is actually in 3 times the speed because I went ridiculously slow and I wasn't sure if you'd actually want to watch that, but you can hopefully see that I'm going 1 vertebrae at a time, or really trying to, and that is just really good for 1, core control, but body awareness as well. The next thing on my plan is a pike hold. So I've done this a few times in the gym with my feet on a plyometric box, which is really sturdy. The aim is to get your bum above your hands, or your hips and your shoulders above your hands, and then push your head through whilst on your toes or your shins. I just found it really difficult on the bed, basically. What I could feel, which is what I wanted, is I wanted my shoulders to feel like they're working. I wanted to really try and push into the floor with my hands, and I wanted to feel that my core was working really hard as well to keep me stable and balanced. But as you can tell, I'm not exactly in the correct position, but I do try again. This is about over a minute of trying. It's honestly surprisingly difficult, and I recommend trying it, especially if you want to build handstand strength or anything like that. It's definitely worth trying. This is my attempt number 2, which I actually think I found even harder than attempt number 1. It wasn't like it got easier, but this is something that I will do at the gym, and then if I do it at home again, then I will probably just use a chair. This looks better than I thought or than it felt at the time. I'm using the mirror next to me to really try and get over the top, but it's not bad. And yeah, I could feel that I was working, so that is good. I think I just did this twice, although my aim will be to do like 3 sets of 30-second hold and then build up my time, then also do it with one leg up, etc. The final thing I did is a little bit of core work. This is a 4-minute clip. I have doubled the speed, so it's only 2 minutes. I'm working on kind of like a V-sit / boat pose. I really struggle to do it with my legs straight, so I'm holding on to them relatively lightly, or trying to be light. One thing that when I do a V-sit like this, I tend to really drop my chest, and I'm trying to really work on actually extending through my back and having a super flat back in that position. And then here lying down, I'm finding neutral spine, just getting my hips really feeling quite comfortable. For some reason I wasn't comfy, even though I'm on a mat and a carpet. It felt like I'd bruised my hips. I don't know, being really dramatic. But then here I'm working on breathing, activating my transversus abdominus, trying not to like really jar or pull on my neck, but use my deeper core muscles. And then this is, I suppose, almost like a Pilates position where you have your legs in tabletop and then you're pulling your rib cage towards your pelvis, but you're still breathing deeply and trying to engage your deep core muscles rather than just your abs. And I just find core stuff a little bit boring, but also a little bit difficult, because I used to do it all the time. Now that it feels harder, I just don't really enjoy it as much. So similarly, when I've got my legs up in the air, I'm actually trying to keep my hips in neutral, trying to make sure I'm breathing deeply, trying to pull my waist, my corset in, my transversus abdominus, not let my stomach bulge out, trying to pull everything in, trying to pull your rib cage towards your pelvis. And these are reverse curls, so pulling the hips away from the floor, but really thinking about using your abs to do so, to flex your spine. You'll really feel it quite a lot in the lower part of the abs. I'm sorry if this looks a bit warped. I am filming on the GoPro, but I have changed it, so I think the settings will be slightly less. Actually, no, look how curvy the wardrobe. Look how curvy the wardrobe is. Anyway, that was better than I thought. I do find it really hard to get into the zone, but I had a plan for a whole body session and I switched things to shoulders, and I do just think when you work out from home you have to think about it a lot more. One thing I should think about is how to do like the pike hold, because I've always done that using a plyometric box at the gym, and trainers as well, so it's easy to go up onto your toes on your trainers rather than being on the duvet and like feeling like my legs were so unstable and I couldn't get up on my toes, and it's just awkward. But I recommend trying that. If you don't have any resistance bands, then loads and loads
of body weight shoulder presses in pike position, or if you've got something to put your feet on, you can do that, and you can do holds, or you can do movements. You can work on tempo, and there's a really good movement called a Hindu press up, which is where you go from downward dog and you lower yourself into upward dog, and then you reverse the movement basically, and oh my god, it's so hard. So I recommend that if you've not got resistance bands. But loads of the workouts that I've seen for like home upper body days, people are using dumbbells at home, and I obviously don't have dumbbells, so I'm just going with resistance bands. But if you don't have resistance bands either, then there are things that you can do. It just takes more planning, and yeah, I had to like get into the music I was listening to help me feel like I was in the zone. So I'm listening to a playlist called Born in the 90s on Spotify. Very good playlist. I was singing along to like Daniel Bedingfield. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the workout. Let me know if you give it a try. It was really hard, like really hard when you focus. So yeah, but otherwise I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's all a bit random at the moment, so I'm trying to do one video with a workout in it and a little bit more vlog style, and then one video with makeup, and I've got one planned. I'm gonna talk about something to do with productivity and mindset whilst I do my makeup, so that if you don't give a crap about makeup, I'm still talking about something that's hopefully like useful or interesting basically. But yeah, let me know if you like the sound of that plan, and if you've got any ideas of things you want me to talk about, or types of workouts you want to see, or anything. I would love some inspiration, because lockdown has taken a lot of my inspiration, and yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the outro, I never know how much of the videos people actually watch, and they might get to a point with me blabbing like, oh, bye. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one, and until then, stay happy and healthy.